my name is Caitlin and welcome back to Cait Xo. Cinco De Mayo is right around the corner and that is such a fun holiday for food and drinks. What Cinco De Mayo party is complete without a killer Mexican bean dip or 7-layer dip? It honestly makes the whole thing. So today here on Cait Xo, we are making my amazing Mexican-style 7-layer dip. To get started, we are going to use 2 cans of pinto beans drained, and we're just going to add it to a little bit of olive oil in our pot. We're then adding 1 whole can of green chilies that we're just going to stir in here. Get that all mixed up. And lastly, you're going to add a couple drizzles of your favorite hot sauce. For this recipe, I really like the Cholula chili garlic style hot sauce just because it adds some really amazing flavors to our pinto bean layer. We're just going to let our bean mixture here cook together for about 5 minutes so our flavors could really kind of get in on each other before we start mashing them all up to make kind of like a refried bean texture. So you could use a potato masher or a fork or a spatula, anything really that will get your beans all squished up. We just got to make sure that it's nice and mashed and mixed together. We moved our mashed beans to the side and we're going to start mixing our sour cream layer. We're just starting with an entire container of sour cream. Now, here you can add either 1 packet of taco seasoning mix, or you can kind of make your own taco mix, which is what I like to do. So I like to sprinkle in a little bit of cumin, a little bit of onion powder, a little bit of paprika, and last but not least, some chili powder. There we go. You're going to finish off with a little bit of salt and pepper. And again, you can use just a taco seasoning mix here, but this kind of tastes the same. And then you're just going to mix it all together. And move it to the side with your beans so that when you're ready to start layering, it can go right in. On to our last bit of mixing before our layering. We're going to do our guacamole or avocado layer. So we're just going to get, I have 2 avocados here. We're just going to scoop them into a bowl. It's not really a full-blown guacamole, but it's, you know, a nice mixture, kind of halfies, something like that. So we're just going to add in our avocado here. Really make sure that we get it all scooped in. 1 more here. Let's go. There we go. And now we're going to add a couple extra fun ingredients. In this bowl already chopped, I have a pico de gallo. It is minced onion, minced garlic, and chopped tomato. It has a little bit of cilantro in it, salt, pepper, and just a tiny bit of scallion. We're going to finish this off with just a bit of fresh squeezed lime juice. There we go. We're going to get this mixed all together, and it's going to be our 3rd layer in our dip. And now it is party time. Okay, so we have our beans pressed into our dish here. We just took our mixture and pressed it in nice and tight and flat, and we're going to top that with our sour cream mixture. So we're just going to spread it in here, get it all in first, and then we're going to spread it nice and evenly over the top. Now for my 3rd layer, I got some 4-cheese Mexican blend Sargento finely shredded cheese here, and I'm going to do a nice thick layer because this cheese is going to go in between my guacamole and my sour cream blend. So it's going to be a nice like cheese sandwich here in the middle. So we want it nice and thick. That's probably about good, but no one ever said that there's too much cheese, so let's add another little sprinkle. We're going to put some little piles of guacamole mixture throughout our dish, and then that way it'll be easy spreading without messing up our cheese layer. So just add a couple big piles so that you can spread it all together without having to move the cheese around too much. That's the key here. Now, since we did this together and put a few dollops throughout our dip, it's easy spreading corner to corner. Go ahead and just scrape your spreader across the top if you need to fill in any spots. But if you put dollops like that, it's going to be able to spread nice and even. This mixture here is just a chopped Spanish onion and a little bit of tomato that we're going to spread over top before finishing it off with some olives. We're just going to sprinkle them nice and evenly over the top. This is our final layer before our scallion. So just sprinkle it on there and finish it off with some scallion, and your Mexican bean dip is done. It's time to party. It's time to get that margarita because it is Cinco de Mayo. And you just made a killer dip. And here is your finished product. Look at that layering there. We got beans, we got sour cream, we got cheese, guac, some pico de gallo, a little bit of olives, and some delicious scallion to top it all off. Subscribe to Cait Straight Up for more fun recipes every Tuesday. If you have a request, make sure to include that below or tweet at me at Cait Straight Up. And other than that, guys, have fun on Cinco de Mayo, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.